G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean and today we're going to be taking a look at a $29 microphone that includes a boom arm and a pop filter from a company called Kogan here in Australia and seeing if it's better than the one that cost $39 from Kmart. So as previously mentioned, we're testing out two microphones today to find out which one is better, but more importantly, I guess the focus here is if the Kmart microphone is out of stock, which it seems like it is in a lot of states and cities around the country, maybe this one from Kogan for $29, which is on sale, but it's never really gone up from $29 either, is actually a good buy and maybe a good alternative to the one that's at Kmart. Now, if you like this kind of content, hit the like button, get subscribed so that way you don't miss out on future reviews and content that I make that is like this. And if that's not enough, I'm also going to be giving away this Kogan microphone to one of you guys. I'm going to be running a contest, and all the information you can find about that contest and how to enter will be down in the description. So now that's all said and done, let's begin. Okay, so if you haven't checked out the Kmart gaming microphone video, make sure you go back and do that. I'll leave a link in the corner so you can. If you haven't checked it out, it's a great video, go watch it. But this is the boom arm, this is the pop filter, and this is the microphone behind it. So pretty basic, pretty simple stuff. Pop filter to stop, all that saliva and spit going into your microphone, but also more importantly to stop, the microphone from picking up those sounds like the p and the t, and all those really high-pitched, all those sharp sounds. If we move it out of the way, it's just got a little gooseneck, so it just moves out of the way. Connects by USB, so if I just put my hand behind it so it gets in focus, you've got a USB connection down the bottom here into the microphone, USB at both ends, shock mount, then the microphone on top with this little foam protector, which you can take off, it's optional. And then you've got this plastic chrome look around the microphone here. The shock mount though is actually quite nice, and if you want to reuse this boom arm with a different microphone you can. It will hold some heavier microphones. Just got to take off this shock mount piece here and put your own microphone onto the boom arm. This is a standard 1/4 20 thread. So boom arm can be adjusted in a couple different points. You've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 points to adjust the boom arm, and it comes out to about 60 centimeters. So for the fact that this is $39 from Kmart, it's extremely good value, sounds really good, and the build quality is what you would expect for a $39 microphone kit, and I think most people are going to be really happy with something like this. Okay, and so this one here is the Kogan version, which is currently going for $29 on the Kogan website. They actually do say it's on sale, and it was reduced from $89 down to $29. So I don't know if you could actually justify $90 for this microphone. Kogan, I don't really know what you guys are doing there. I think you guys have just tried to mark the price down to make it seem more attractive, because this is definitely only $30 worth of microphone in my opinion. The connection for the microphone is a XLR to USB connection, so I'm not sure why they've gone that direction, but they have. The actual shock mount is made of plastic compared to the Kmart one, which is slightly metal, or not slightly metal, has some metal around the outside, but still the microphone goes into that shock mount, no problems at all, just sort of holds itself there and is clamped in by the shock mount and does the job perfectly fine. Again, a little foam protector on top. If we take that off, it's actually this really nice, I'll just move this out of the way, this sort of blacked out look. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but I actually prefer this blacked out look compared to the Kmart version. I don't know about you guys, I just think it looks a little bit more sleek, a little bit more professional. It is a cardioid pickup pattern, by the way, so you're meant to talk into only one side of this microphone. Really good for streaming or for video calls, that kind of stuff. And then you've got here a pop filter, which is a little bit different. The frame is slightly thicker, but again, it's going to do a perfectly fine job of getting rid of those p and t and t, all those kind of sounds out of your recordings when you're talking. And then the boom arm itself comes out to about the same distance, about 60 or 70 centimeters, and you can adjust it in 4 spots. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can come quite a long way out if you wanted to do that, or if you want to fold it up and have it a bit more upright, up and down, you can play with it however you want, no pun intended. So this is the Kogan microphone for $29, compared to at the back here, the Kmart one for $39. Very, very similar. If I was to pick one in terms of which is better for build quality, honestly, you're splitting hairs, but I'd probably say the Kogan one, just because it's maybe fresh out of the box, feels a little bit better. And I like the black microphone as well. So now let's, get it plugged into the computer, get it set up, and we can actually do some audio recordings. Okay guys, so here we are. We're currently using the Kmart $39 microphone to capture all of this audio, so that way you get an idea of how it actually sounds before we compare it to the Kogan version. We've got it on the boom arm with the pop filter, the little foam protector on there as well. And this is a cardioid pickup pattern, so it should be picking up everything pretty well from me speaking directly into the front of it, and hopefully nothing on the back side here. In terms of the software we're using to capture the audio, we've got Adobe Audition with OBS. By the way, do you like this green screen filter effect that I've got going on? Let me know, chuck it a like if you want to see a tutorial on how I've done that. And then in the Windows settings here, we've got the USB microphone in the recording tab. It's the LCS USB microphone. Advanced section shows it as one channel 24-bit, 192,000 hertz. That's as high as it can go for the format. And then in levels, we've got the microphone set to 100%. So this will hopefully give you an idea on how this microphone will sound for your listeners, for you, for your recordings, your tutorials that you're making, when you're streaming and all that kind of stuff. Let me know what you think. But what we'll do now is we'll end this recording and we'll jump over to the Kogan version and we'll see how that one sounds. Okay, so here we are now with the Kogan USB microphone, which is $29 and includes a boom arm, pop filter, foam protector, just like the Kmart one. And I mean, this microphone, you can probably hear it already, but it just does not sound as good. And for whatever reason, I've tried disconnecting, reconnecting the cable at the microphone and at the computer end. There is just this static, just constant, and it's in the background all the time. You can see here in the Windows settings, it's picked up as a USB PNP sound device in the recording tab. For our settings, we've got it set to one channel, 16-bit, 48,000 hertz, and the levels set to 100%, the exact same way as we had with the Kmart microphone. And if I just shut up for a few seconds, like you can hear that constant buzz in the background, which is going to be super annoying and super frustrating for your listeners, for your viewers, which is something we didn't get on that Kmart version. If I turn the input or the gain down to 50%, let's just do that, you can see it makes my voice obviously a lot quieter now. If I shut up again for a few seconds, we'll see if that hiss has gone. But you can still really kind of tell that it's there and it's not really going to go away. And I don't know if that's because of something that's going on the inside of the microphone. I also found something interesting. If I hold onto the microphone, that static comes all the way through, which is just not a good sign at all. So if I be quiet for a second and just touch the microphone, it is really, really sensitive, and this did not occur at all on the Kmart microphone. I'll put it back up to like 80%, and we'll see what it's like there, so I'll just be quiet again. Still noticeable, right? And if I touch it just a little bit, those little touches do crazy things to this microphone because of static, because it's not grounded properly. I've tried it on the front of my computer in the USB port, in the back, in a USB hub. All those type of connectors made no difference at all. So yeah, for $29, the boom arm's good, the pop filter's good, the microphone's good, but the microphone just sounds absolutely just not good at all. Wouldn't recommend it, can't suggest it for even just doing basic things like a voice call or a Zoom meeting or anything like that, and definitely wouldn't suggest it for streaming or for gaming with your friends, which is really disappointing. I was really hoping that this would be a good microphone to I guess go up against the Kmart one that you guys could check out. If it was not in stock, you could maybe go to this Kogan version, but yeah, I think I'm going to be going back to that Kmart microphone. You know, if you guys want to still enter the competition to win this microphone, by all means definitely do that. You might have a different experience than what I've had, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. And you know, despite those issues, would you still consider it for $29? Let me know down in the comments, and I'm keen to hear your feedback. Alright, so a little bit disappointing from Kogan that we couldn't really do a proper comparison from the Kogan microphone to the Kmart version, just because that static really makes it a hard microphone to even consider using for any situation. It's really going to be something that your listeners or whoever you're talking to is going to complain about. The fact that they've chosen this XLR to USB method, or the manufacturer has, is probably the contributing factor to why you have this issue present, I guess. The Kmart microphone was just USB A to USB B at either end, and sounded way better. So if you can wait for the Kmart microphone to come back in stock, I would definitely recommend doing that. The Kogan one for $29, listen, if you just want it for the boom arm, it's still a pretty good buy, but the microphone is definitely going to be an issue. That's based on my sample anyway. You might get it and might have a different experience. But yeah, that's all I have to say really about this microphone from Kogan. Unfortunately, just that static, just can't really get past it. I'm obviously using now my microphone, which is a much more expensive XLR microphone. You can see the difference as well, going up to something like a bit more professional from ThronMax. This is the M Dual Zone. But if you guys like this kind of content, chuck it a like, get subscribed. If you want me to do a tutorial on how I did this sort of fake green screen thing, then let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. Join the Discord, join in on the live streams every Friday, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.